I've always wanted to do one of those eco-adventures. You know, the kind where you go to some far-off place with unique wildlife and plants and gorgeous scenery. The kind of place where you feel at peace with nature. Well, as I was telling my cousin Jeff the other day, I have the will and I have the desire to do that, but not the money. Yesterday, Jeff sent me a package, a bunch of envelopes and a map.
Don't ask questions. Just follow the line on the map to the X, and then open the first envelope. Bring your camera and wear comfortable shoes.
Well, I didn't have anything planned that afternoon, and it was only a 40-minute drive.
Welcome to the Bruce Trail, more than 1,200 kilometers of Canadian nature at its finest. The trail runs along the Niagara Escarpment, from Queenston on the Niagara River to Tobermory at the tip of the Bruce Peninsula, right through the heart of Canada's most densely populated region. There are lots of ways to enjoy what the Niagara Escarpment has to offer by exploring the Bruce Trail. So pick an envelope and let's go. From 1,000-year-old eastern white cedars on the Dolostone Cliffs to the beautiful trilliums dotting the forest floor, the escarpment is home to many unique varieties of plants and trees. Check out the tiny orchids and wildflowers. Over 40 species of orchids are found only on the Bruce Peninsula. Aren't forests truly amazing? They're the Earth's air filtration system. Did you know 2 healthy trees supply the oxygen needs of 1 person for a whole year? How's this for picture perfect? It's Sherman Falls, one of many waterfalls that can be found on the trail. I like to call them nature's roller coasters. And if you get tired of vertical water, the Bruce Trail also offers the horizontal variety, the shoreline of Georgian Bay. Rivers, waterfalls, and wetlands support the life around them, and that includes us. The wetlands act as nature's own filtration system, cleaning impurities out of the water, and at no cost. How's that for a bargain? If you stop and take some quiet time, you'll find more than just plants and waterfalls. The forest is full of wildlife. Look up and you might see one of the 350 species of birds soaring above the treetops. Look down and you'll see shy snakes and furry creatures. Now, what kid doesn't like a cave? When I was young, we often came here, and now my kids love it. I used to wonder about who made these caves their home. Along with the sea caves and crevice caves found along the trail, there are cliffs, alvars, and flower pots. These geological formations are what make the walks and hikes along the escarpment a pleasure and, yes, at times a challenge. I gave up my treadmill a long time ago. I figured, why stare at a wall when I could be enjoying all this? And I'm not the only one. The trail has 400,000 visits each year. It's incredible to think you can walk along many parts of the trail and experience a world that really hasn't changed in the last 9,000 years. But an explosion of urban and recreational development has put this incredible natural landscape at risk. Back in the 60s, a small group of dedicated volunteers realized the importance of creating a conservation corridor along the escarpment. And along this corridor would run the Bruce Trail. Their vision was to provide the public with an easy way to enjoy the escarpment, with the hope that knowing would lead to caring, which in turn would lead to the will to protect this natural treasure. So important is the Niagara Escarpment that in 1990, the United Nations declared it a World Biosphere Reserve, one of only 13 in Canada. This designation recognizes successfully balanced conservation and preservation with surrounding development. However, despite this designation, escarpment land is being sold, carved up, leveled, and paved. Developmental pressures and sprawl are threatening all of the escarpment's natural ecosystems and the animal and plant life it supports. The beauty of living alongside the escarpment will disappear if we don't respect what remains. I just hope it will be here for my kids to enjoy as much as I have. And there is another challenge to preserving the trail. I thought the Bruce Trail was a permanent fixture, but it's not. Only half of the trail is truly secured for public access forever. A lot of it passes through private property, and while many landowners are very supportive, allowing the trail to cross their land, properties change hands and sometimes sections have to be rerouted. That's why the work of the Bruce Trail Conservancy is so important, and they're doing it on their own. The Bruce Trail Conservancy is a charitable, membership-based, non-government organization. It is committed to preserving a conservation corridor on the escarpment. They are the only charitable organization working to preserve public access to the Niagara Escarpment while maintaining and restoring its natural habitat. They manage 100% of the trail. They work securing the land along the trail and care for it once it's protected. They need over $50 million to secure the conservation corridor. As a charity and non-government organization, the BTC relies on public and private donations. I became a member a few years back. I joined to find out more about the trail and to join in some of the 1,500 guided hikes they offer their members. Last year, I became a donor. I did it for my kids. I want to make a real contribution to ensure they will be able to enjoy all the benefits of a healthy, accessible Niagara Escarpment. I've been visiting the Bruce Trail for several years, and no matter how many times I go, I still see something new. Not only is it my place of adventure, the trail is also my stress therapist, my photo studio, and my exercise gym. It helps me remember what's important to me. Open up the last envelope. It's a Bruce Trail gift membership. Enjoy. Make the escarpment your own. The Niagara Escarpment sustains and renews us. Shouldn't we return the favor? And best of all, it's close to nature and close to home.